Okay, till which question we have finished, Vijay?
We finished the 17th one.
17th done. Okay, good. So we need to start with 18th one, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Okay, let's start with 18th one. 5x minus 2 and 1 plus 2x plus 3x square. Okay, good. So this is also pretty much similar thing. See, again, 1 plus 2x plus 3 square, this has to be represented in terms of 5x numerator, sorry, 5x minus 2. You have to represent in terms of a of differentiation of 1 plus 2x plus 3x square plus b, correct? So you get the value of a and b, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Okay, let me share my screen to you and then we'll see. You got it, no? How it's to be done?
Yeah.
So let's try this part now. 5x minus 2, 1 plus 2x plus 3x square, isn't it? This we need to solve it. So the method of approach should be the similar, that numerator should be equal to constant into differentiation of the denominator plus the another constant b, right? And we should get the value of a and b, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, let's try it out now. Let's I'll just tell you the briefly how we can just frame it so that it will become easy for you to write it down.
Okay, sir.
Okay, so it's pretty straightforward. So basically what we need to represent is, let's see, so I'll mention here is, okay, so basically all these questions you need to just see whether numerator is 5x minus 2 and denominator is this form, right? Quadratic equation form. So how do you represent? So basically your goal is basically to represent the 5x minus 2 should be equal to constant a into d by dx of your 1 plus 2x plus 3x square, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
3x square and plus the another constant b. So if you can represent the numerator 5x minus 2 in terms of this a into certain something thing, a into certain value of this part plus b of constant, correct? So you need to get the value basically a and b. So if I just do this, so it will become a differentiation of 1 is 0 plus 2x will become 2 plus 3x square will become 6x, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right? So here it becomes a 5x minus 2, right?
Yes, sir.
So a is equal to a bracket 2 plus 6x, isn't it?
Yeah.
Plus b. Now let's map it out now. So this becomes equal to 6ax plus 2a plus b, right?
Yeah.
So here the coefficient of x is 5, right, Vijay? Coefficient x is 5.
Yes,
here
sir.
the coefficient of x is 6a. So this has to be equal to this, right? So 6a will, so we can directly map it. 6a will be equal to 5. Hence a will be equal to 5 by 6, correct?
Yes, sir.
Here the constant, now look at this, constant is minus 2 and here the constant is 2a plus b. So this term has to be equal to this term. So we can write it 2a plus b is equal to minus 2, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Now a value you already know. So 2 into 5 by 6 plus b equal to minus 2, isn't it? So get the value of b. B is equal to minus 2 minus 5 by 3, right?
Yes, sir.
So b will be equal to minus 6 minus 5 minus 11, isn't it?
Yeah.
So once you got the value of a and b, you just have to substitute it here. A value is 5 by 6, b value is minus 11 by 3. Got it? Now you separate the numerator as a fraction. So your integration will be, this integration will be written as a is what? 5 by 6. So you can put 5 by 6 here. 5 outside the integration. So 5 by 6 is anyway constant, right?
Yeah.
So put 5 by 6 outside, and then what is that? Numerator will become, numerator is what? 2 plus 6x, right?
Yeah.
So you can write directly 2 plus 6x here. 2 plus 6x. Divide by, what is that denominator? Denominator is nothing but 1 plus 2x plus 3x square, right? Correct?
Yes, sir.
Plus, again the constant is minus 11 by 3. So you put minus sign here. Minus 11 by 3. Right? 11 by 3. And then integration of this is constant only, right? So it becomes a dx only.
Okay.
The denominator is 1 plus 2x plus 3x square. So put it here. 1 plus 2x plus 3x square, isn't it?
Yeah.
Now this entire term can be written as log. This entire term can be written as a log of denominator, right? Because
Yes,
1 plus
sir.
2x plus 3x square is equal to your t. You substitute as t. Then you get a dx here. 2 plus 6x dx. So this will be log 5 by 6 into log t. And this here, you can do as a completing the square. So this will become I1. And this entire term is I2, right?
Yes, sir.
Understood? That's it. Clear?
Yes,
Any
sir.
questions, any doubts?
Yeah, sure. No, sir. Clear.
Okay. Okay. Just solve it now. I think you are done then.
Okay, sir.
Remaining portion is just you will be able to do that. No? So it just comes in the same formula. Now denominator second part integration you have to do the completing the square.
Okay.
Understood?
Yes, sir.
Excellent. First one to no need to do also. Second one only just do that because second first one are easily done, right? So no need to do that. Do the second part only.
Okay, sir.
Because the pattern is same only, so nothing confused, no confusion. If you don't get it, let me know, then I'll tell you how to do that. But you should be fine with 1 plus 2x plus 3x square. Anyway, we need to do the completing the square for it.
Okay, sir. Yes, sir.
this, I'll just send it to you. I'll just rub this so that it becomes clearer. You are getting, Vijay, completing the square 1 plus 2x.
Yes, I'm getting it.
Excellent. That's 3x square. So here nothing but this is the a square and this is the 2ab. So 2ab 2x now, this should be equal to 2x is equal to root 3x into b, correct? AB, 2 is root 3, so it has to multiply with the 2 into 2. So you have x cancelled, 2 cancelled, b you get it as a 1 by root 3. So we just need to add 1 by root 3 whole square minus 1 by root 3 whole square.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got it now?
Yeah. Okay.
Excellent. So what is the completing the square you got, Vijay? What's the completion of the square? Did you get denominator part? How did you represent? What is a plus b whole square you got?
No.
Yeah, no problem. Just send me the working, Vijay.
Okay, sir. Alright.
Yeah, so that we can just check whether the same thing or not.
So,
Yeah,
did you get it, sir?
you got it? Okay, send.
No, did you get it, sir?
One. No, I didn't get yet. It should come. No, I didn't get, Vijay.
Let me try once again, sir.
No, something. No, I didn't get yet.
Sir, it is standing.
Still it is ending?
It is standing, sir.
Still sending.
Yes, it says processing.
Achha, it still says the send. Okay. Oh no, I didn't get yet. It still says the line. Anyway, no problem. Just tell me the answer. I think should be fine.
The final answer.
Yeah, final answer. What is the final answer you're getting?
So 5 by 6 log 1 plus 2x plus 3x square
Correct.
minus 11 by 3
Huh?
tan inverse 3x plus 1 root by root 2 plus c.
Yeah. So it will be 11 by 3 root by 11 by 3 into root 2, no? 3 root 2 will be in denominator.
Oh yeah. Yes, sir.
Yeah, correct
There was
answer.
a 1 by root.
Yeah,
Forgot.
correct answer.
Okay. Sir.
Excellent, Vijay. Superb. So, okay. So remember that part now. Now we'll go to the 19th one. 19th one is pretty much same thing. See, 19th one is pretty much same as 16th one, isn't it?
Yeah.
No need to do that, Vijay. Just you know that is you have to multiply again, do exactly like how the 16th one done, right?
Okay, sir. Yeah.
No need to waste your time in that. Okay, let's go back. Go to the next number, question number 20th now. 20th also there is no difference between that 20th. So 21st is also same as the 16th one. Just because the constant is not there. This is also quadratic equation. There was also quadratic equation, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
No difference. 19th, 20, 21. No need to do that because all are in the same pattern, isn't it? Look, 19, 20, 21 all are in the same pattern. Everything is the root quadratic equation. That's it. Numerator is the linear equation. No need to do that, right? 22nd is little different because 22nd you don't have the root. So this becomes 22nd becomes similar to your 18th problem, right?
Yeah.
Correct. Just because this minus sign is there, again it will become in the a minus b whole square formula, right? So formula will be x square minus a square formula, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right? So you don't have to do that part because it's pretty much the same thing. It's just a repetition of the same stuff, Vijay. Don't you think
Okay,
so?
sir.
Because it's the same. You know already the pattern, man. What is there
Yeah.
in that to do that? It's just a repetition of the same stuff. Doesn't make. You are not going to learn anything in this part, right? 23rd part
Yes,
is
sir.
also pretty much the similar thing. 23rd is just same as 19th, 16th, everything. Clear?
Okay,
Understood,
sir.
Vijay? So this part is pretty much fair. I don't want you to spend too much time on doing this part. It's all the standard form, right? So let's go to the next part, Vijay. Integration by partial fractions. Clear, no? Any questions, any doubts?
No, sir. Clear.
Okay, excellent. Now we'll go to the integration by partial fractions. Partial fractions is pretty important, this part, right? So most of the questions will come, based on the partial fractions. What is the one partial fraction? Let's try to understand this part. Partial fraction, we will directly jump to the, this table 7.2. What is partial fraction? Partial fraction means separating the numerator as a fraction, such that it is in the integrable form. Is it okay? Example. The first thing which you see here is px plus q by x minus a, x minus b. So here the power of x minus, when you multiply x minus a into x minus b, this becomes a quadratic equation, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
X square, minus a plus bx into minus a plus bx plus ab will become, right? By px plus q.
Yeah.
Now here what happens is px plus q. Now in this case, minus. Now what will happen? We need to separate it out. Now see, it will become easier, no? When you split the x, if it come in the form of a by x minus a plus b by x minus b, so it will be directly integration. Log it will come. Log of x minus a, log of x minus b, right?
Yeah.
So that is called the splitting the denominator. That's when you denominator you split it, that becomes the partial fraction. So till now we have been doing only the splitting the numerator as a fraction, isn't it? But now how good if we can split the denominator itself. See, if denominator is in the form of one term into multiplication another term, if we can just put in the form of a by x minus a by b by x minus b, if this term, when you calculate it, when you take the LCM, you should get the same thing. Meaning is that, understood? If you take the LCM of x minus a and x minus b, and when you solve it, you will get numerator as px plus q and denominator is x minus a into x minus b. Clear it? So now the entire the integrand can be split into this form, then becomes easier, right? So this is called the partial fraction. Partial fraction is splitting of the denominator in such a way such that you can easily integrate by knowing the constants a and b. So we need to just know how to solve this, how to solve it such that you will get the value of a and b. Clear? I'll tell you the easiest method in which you can get the value of a and b, so that it will be easy for you to calculate. Understood?
Yes,
any questions, any doubts in the first one understanding? Write on this part. First one you write on, Vijay. Px plus q divided by x minus a into x minus b should be equal to a by x minus a plus b by x minus b.
Okay.
Understood? Meaning here is the entire integrand px plus q by x minus a into x minus b can be represented in the form of a by x minus a plus b by x minus b. This is the meaning. So your integration becomes easy. Integration of first term a by x minus a plus integration of second term b by x minus b. Written? Any questions, any doubts, Vijay?
No, sir. Clear.
Okay. Now write on the second one. Px plus q by x minus a whole square. This is also in the similar form of x minus a, x minus b. Okay. But this, see, all these are actually the formula part. Whenever the integrand is represented in this form, any of this form, you can actually represent like this. So a by x minus a plus b by x minus a whole square. We'll tell how it is also. Okay.
Okay.
Similarly, write down the third one. Px square plus qx plus r divided by x minus a into x minus b x minus r. Now look at here. Here we always need how to apply the partial fraction. So always remember the degree of denominator should be one more than the degree of numerator. Here the degree of denominator is 2. X into x will be x square. Denominator and numerator is 1 only. So 2 minus 1 is 1. That means denominator power is 2. Numerator power is 1. So there is a difference of 1. Right? Here also degree is 2. X degree is 2. And here numerator x degree is 1. So you can apply the partial fraction. That is a by x minus a plus b by x minus a whole square. Fine. Here also same thing. Third one also you write. Look at the third one. Degree is 2 here. Numerator degree is 2. Denominator x minus a into x minus b into x minus a. Denominator x power cube. X into x into x. So denominator, the degree is 3. Right?
Yeah.
Understood?
Yes, sir.
Excellent. So you can easily represent by a by x minus a plus b by x minus a plus c by x minus c. Similarly, you have the now look at this part again. Fourth one also, even if the quadratic equation is the numerator and then denominator is the cubic polynomial. See, x minus a whole square into x minus b. So degree of x will be 3. Correct? X square comes from here. X comes from here. So x square into x will be cube. So degree is 3 and the numerator degree is 2. So again you can apply the partial fraction. So a by x minus a plus b by x minus a whole square plus c by x minus. Clear?
Yes, sir. Clear.
Similarly, fifth one. You see denominator degree is 3 and numerator degree is 2, so you can apply it. So here denominator separated, x a by x minus a plus bx plus c by x square plus bx plus c. Clear?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Okay, one by one we'll try to understand here. I'll explain to you how do we find out. Now let's go to the example 11 now. Example 11 is directly in the form of first one, px plus q by x minus a, x minus b. So anyway, here you don't have anything. So basically, numerator doesn't have the degree of x on the numerator is 0, but denominator is x square. So you can directly apply the partial fraction. Correct? So how do you do that?
Yeah.
So first we need to represent 1 by x plus 1 by x plus 2 as a by x plus 1 plus b by x plus 2. So if we get the value of a and b, we can actually represent the left hand side exactly like a right hand side then, right? So your whole goal is to find the value of a and b. Got it?
Yes, sir.
So what you will do? You take the LCM of x plus 1 and x plus 2 becomes x plus 1 into x plus 2. LCM becomes the same thing. Numerator will become x plus 2 into a into x plus 2. Denominator, this numerator b into x plus 1. So here the numerator should be equal to here numerator, left hand side. Right? Because denominator both are equal.
Yeah.
When the denominator both are equal, the numerator also has to be equal. So that's why numerator 1 is equal to a into x plus 2 plus b into x plus 1. So here on the left hand side, the coefficient of x is 0. 1 can be represented as 1 plus 0x, isn't it?
Yeah.
1 plus 0x. So this can be represented like this. Well, let me just explain to you so that it will become clear to you. So this is 1 here. Okay, this can be represented as 0. This, let's see. This I can represent it as 0x plus 1, isn't it? So here the coefficient of x is 0. So here also the coefficient of x should be 0. So here coefficient of x is what? A is here and b is here. So ax plus bx. This can be written as ax plus bx plus 2a plus b, correct?
Yeah.
So what is the coefficient of a x here? A plus b, right?
Yes, sir.
Plus 2a plus b, correct? So when we map it, this is a constant term, 2a plus b. The constant term 2a plus b will be mapped to 1. And coefficient of x, a plus b, has to be mapped to 0, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
So a plus b equal to 0 and 2a plus b equal to 1. So this you got a simultaneous equation, right?
Okay.
So you get simultaneous equation here. So once you solve this to get the value of a and b here, you can subtract this part, right? Isn't it? Let's say if we can subtract this part, okay? When you subtract this part, what will become now? 2a minus a. So this sign will change minus. This will sign change minus. This sign will change minus and this sign change will minus, correct? So you'll get b and b minus b be cancelled. So a minus 2a will become minus a, right? Minus a will be equal to minus 1. So a will be equal to 1. Did you understand?
Yes, sir.
Clear? Any questions, any doubts?
No, sir. Clear.
Once you get the value of a and b, you substitute it here. Substitute it here. and then integrate separately. This one is integration separately. This is integration. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Okay, try it out now. Try it out example 11 now, so that it gets clear to you.
Okay, sir.
Once you do with this method, then I will tell you the other easiest method. You're getting Vijay this part? Any questions, any doubts?
No, sir. Clear.
Okay, excellent. Just try it out now. Let me see.
Yeah.
Is clear now?
Yes, sir. Clear.
Superb. Let me know if you are done with this part. Then we'll go to the example 12 now.
Okay, sir. No, no.
I guess the partial fraction is the only last part, right? Or do you have the no, integration by parts is there? Okay. In ICC, the integration by parts was before that only. So integration by parts, and then we are left with what is that? Definite integration some more parts. Okay, so this is standard values. Yeah, then we got a definite. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Done. Good. Any questions? Any doubt, Vijay?
No, sir. Clear.
Okay, excellent. Now look at the example 12, Joy. Now let's analyze the example 12 properly. You have x square plus 1 and x square minus 5x plus 6. So look at the degree. Degree of x in denominator is 2, degree of x in numerator is also 1. Is it in the form of partial fraction? We remember we discussed that the degree of numerator has to be 1 less than the degree of denominator. Right?
Yeah.
So now this both the degrees are same. So it is called that it is not a proper fraction. So we need to get in the proper fraction. How? Such that numerator degree should be lesser than the denominator's degree. So what you can do? You can do because x square plus 1 is similar quadratic equation by x square minus 5x plus 6. So you can just divide it now. Normal long division method you remember, right?
Yeah.
So we need to get in the form of mixed fraction. Just like you need to find the quotient and the remainder. So we can write in terms of remainder will be on the top by denominator and the quotient will be on the left hand side. You remember that part? How to put in the mixed fraction? Like this.
Yes, sir.
Example, if I just simple in terms if I tell you. So example, if it is 17 by 5. If it is 17 by 5. So it is the improper fraction, right? Correct? So 17 by 5, how will you write it now with the mixed fraction? So what you will do? You will divide 17 by 5.
Yeah, so it will become 3 2 by 5.
Exactly. So it will become 3 2 by 5.
2 by
Excellent.
5.
So this is what you need to do it. So now this also can be written as equal to 3 plus 2 by 5. Same thing, right?
Yeah.
So this is what we need to do it here. You divide the x square plus 1 by x square minus 5x plus 6. Put the quotient here and remainder here. Got it? Then the integration do it here and integration you do it here. Did you understand? So x square
Yes,
plus
sir.
1 we need to divide. Long division method, x square minus 5x plus 6. Okay, understood this part? You remember how to do the division, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, try it out. So whatever the quotient you will get it, that you need to keep it here, and whatever the remainder you get it, put it on the top, and that becomes a mixed fraction. Isn't it clear?
Yes, sir. Clear.
Yeah, try it out now. This is what you need to understand in this part. There's no separate rocket science in this, isn't it?
Okay.
Just do the long division method and you see whether the quotient is coming 1 or not, and what is the
Okay, sir.
remainder coming.
Not sure I remember long division.
Okay, no problem. We'll do it together here. Let's see. Let me
Okay,
explain
sir.
to you. So let's do the long division method so you'll remember this part. Okay. So what I'll do, I'll put the line here. I'll put the denominator here. Is it okay? Sorry. Yeah. I'll put the denominator here. So x square plus 5x plus 6. Fine. And let's put the
Yeah.
x square plus 1 as here. Is it okay? So I put it here, x square plus 1. Is it okay? Now x
Yes,
square.
sir.
So now look at this part, Vijay. So this part is x square and this part is x square. What number you will multiply to this x square such that you will get x square? You will multiply with 1, right?
Yes, sir.
So multiply 1 with x square plus 1, right? So entire thing 1 into x square plus 1 is nothing but the x square plus 1 only, isn't it? So this x square plus 1, I'll put it down here. Oh, sorry. So this x square plus 1, I'll put it here, correct? Now we'll subtract it, isn't it?
Yeah.
Change the sign now. This will become the minus sign. This is plus, this is minus, and this is minus. This plus sign is this is minus sign, correct?
Yeah.
So x square minus x square cancelled, right? Oh, this plus 1 we have to, because this is minus 5x and this is plus 1, we can't do it. So we have to do with the constant number 6 and minus 1. So minus 5x as it is will come down as minus 5x because nothing to subtract, right? Correct?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
6 minus 1, 5. Got it?
Yes, sir. Got it.
So you remainder you got minus 5x plus 5 and quotient you get as 1, isn't it? Done?
Yeah.
So this can be written as 1 plus minus 5x plus 5. Got it? The whole divide by
Yes, sir.
whole divide by x square plus this one, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Got it now? Done. So this came in the form of your partial fraction. Now this term came in the form of partial fraction, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because the degree is 2 here and degree is 1 here. So this integration you can do easily, and this separate integration, right? This x square minus 5x plus 6 you can put in the form, you can actually solve this part, quadratic equation. So it will become x square minus 5x plus 6. What will become? X square minus 2x minus 3x. So x minus 2 into x minus 3, correct?
Yeah.
Understood? Now you can
Yes,
solve
understood.
it. Clear? Then look, x minus 2 part this one, right? So which is we did plus 5. Okay. This is x square minus 5x, right? Yeah. This why he has not changed it here. Oh, this is minus 5x, right? X square minus 5x. Oh, okay. This is, oh, I did something wrong here. Oh, denominator was x square minus 5x plus 6. What did I do? Oh, wrong. I took we had to divide x square plus 1, no? Oh, sorry, my mistake.
Yeah.
I divided wrong. So denominator we have to divide, no? Not numerator. Ulta I divide. Division I did. So numerator has to be divided, right? Numerator by denominator. So this has to be inside. Sorry, my mistake. So this has to be inside, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
So no problem. We can just keep it this inside. But you got the meaning, right?
Yeah.
So this is what we need to do. This we need to keep it here, x square plus 1. And anyway, denominator, we are dividing a numerator by denominator, not denominator by denominator. Numerator, I did mistake. Correct? But method is same, Vijay. So whatever I did there, so you have to do the similar thing here. Now again the same thing. X square is there, x square is there. So you just multiply with 1, isn't it? You multiply with 1. So you keep it here. 1 into, so this down it will be x square Down it will be x square. Now thing is that minus 5x, since that the plus 1 is below that, is we need to put the constant only. You can put the plus 5x minus 5x this side, and plus 6 you can put it down of the plus 1. Is it okay? So that you can do calculation easily.
Okay.
Now change the sign. Now this will become minus, this also will become minus, plus will become minus, and this minus will become plus, correct?
Yeah.
So this x square cancelled here. So minus x plus 1 is minus 5 plus 5x, isn't it?
Yeah.
Now you get in the form of this part. So this can be represented as 1 plus, you can put it to 5x minus 5, right? X minus 5.
Yes, sir.
And when you solve this part, x square minus 5x plus 6, you will get in the form of x minus 2 into x minus 3. You can factorize it. Got it?
Yes, sir.
So integration, you do this integration separately, and you do this integration separately. This came in the form of partial fraction because denominator degree is 2 and numerator degree is 1, correct? So you can express this in the form of a by x minus 2 plus b by x minus 3, right? Understood, Vijay?
Yes, sir.
Okay, try it out now. The whole crux was that only. You need to divide it and put it in the form of proper fraction. Next fraction you put it, so that that term we can integrate separately, and this fraction we can integrate separately. Understood?
Okay, sir. Yeah.
So now you should get this part like this. Any questions? Any doubt?
No, sir. Clear.
Super. Nice.
Okay, sir.
Understood the part? Yeah? Clear?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Excellent, yeah. Sure, I think this part is fine. Now you can just take this example 13, similar way. Don't have to explain to you in detail about this part. The reverse, pretty much the same thing. Now you can do the 13th and 14th as part of homework, Vijay. Should be fine. It is pretty much a similar thing. Okay, in case if you don't understand, then I'll explain to you. And then I need to explain you the example 15th one. 15th one is important because some substitution is required, so I'll explain to you how to do that. Nothing to get confused about it. It's pretty simple. So whatever the table you have written, right? Everything will based on this table only, Vijay. All partial fractions are based on this table. Clear?
Okay.
This is what we'll be doing it. Understood, right? We are just expressing this thing in the form of simple fraction so that we can integrate it. Isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Perfect, Vijay. Chalo, I think let's close it now. We'll continue.
Okay,
Just
sir.
revise it, okay? Sure.
Bye, sir.
Bye.